welcome back to my channel. Now today is going to be a sit down chatty video, and I'm basically just going to tell you all about this first year starting a YouTube channel, what I've learnt, what I've changed, the challenges I've faced, and just how this journey so far has gone. So I actually started this channel, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago, and I made a cluster of videos, maybe between 6 and 10, because for a long time I'd fancied doing a YouTube channel. I grew up with my teenage years watching the likes of Zoe Sugg, still do watch her, and it had always appealed to me. So a few years back I tried to start and then stopped. So back then I was recording on my phone, and I think I was using Windows Media Player to edit the videos, which was a pain in the bum to say the least. So this time round I have done things a little differently. A couple of years ago I brought a proper camera. I brought a vlogging camera, a camera that lots of YouTubers who vlog a lot seem to use. I have got the Canon G7X Mark II. That is what I am filming on right now. And I bought this knowing that it would enable me to make better, higher quality videos, and if I had a proper camera, hopefully I wouldn't stop making the videos this time round. So I had the camera for a year or two before I actually started the channel. I actually made a few vlogs but didn't put them on YouTube, and then 2020 hit, and I have been doing this channel literally for a year. It was March 2020 when I made my first video and started doing YouTube, hopefully properly, and hopefully I'll continue for a long time now. So the reason I suddenly got the motivation to pick up the camera and start doing it was because, as everybody knows, March 2020 was the beginning of COVID really affecting our day-to-day lives, and the first video I filmed, so the first video that you can actually view on this channel, I think I called it The Last Adventure, and that actually happened, I think, 4 days or 3 days before the UK went into lockdown. I just figured that the start of COVID times was an interesting time to start recording and just to document quarantine, and everything started changing. Shops started shutting down, and the whole social distancing and the stickers going everywhere in shops and everything started changing. Now it's become very much normal life, but back then it was not. So that was kind of the motivation and the opportunity that I took to start this channel. So my first however many vlogs were in quarantine, and they are at home vlogs, and I literally just used the camera. That is all I had. When I came to editing it, I actually asked my husband to find me a program that was going to be nice and simple and easy to use. The program I use to edit my videos is called Filmora, and I think the year subscription that we bought cost about £40. So not too expensive compared to some of the editing programs out there, and it is super simple to use, and I'm still happy with that. I'm going to continue it this year, not planning on changing that anytime soon. I really like it. So that is how it all began. Quarantine was a good time for me to start doing videos because obviously everyone had more time, and whilst I am a key worker and I have always been at work throughout this whole COVID process, the nature of the situation meant some weeks I had an extra day off, some days I had an extra 2 days off, and so those days at home and the weekends at home not being able to do anything, obviously there was plenty of time there to, 1, make videos, and 2, edit them. So it was a really good thing to keep me busy during lockdown, to be honest with you, and it just gave me that time to really get stuck into it and really get started without the crazy busyness of normal life, which granted we all now miss greatly. I'm just wondering if my tea is cool enough to start drinking it. Yes. So anyway, that is where it started. And at that point, the amount of videos I was doing a week was really random. It was whenever I had an idea, whenever I had the motivation. I think some weeks I uploaded 1 and some weeks I uploaded like 3. It was really quite scattered, and also back then it literally took me a whole day to edit one video. It took me so long, and as soon as I finished editing it I would upload it straight away and make it live straight away, and that is how I began. So moving on from then, the next thing that I purchased was a little handheld tripod. You see a lot of vloggers use them. You just screw on the camera to the top of it, and then there are 3 little legs so you can just quite easily stand it on a surface. The legs can be adjusted by height and be made lower, and obviously that makes it much easier to hold, and it makes it easier to film you doing things as well, because you don't just put the camera on a flat surface. So that was the second thing that I purchased, and I think the one I bought was about £15 off of Amazon. I'm still using it now. It's absolutely fine and had zero problems with it, and to be honest, it made the most enormous difference, because before then I was trying to balance my camera all kinds of crazy places, and don't get me wrong, I still do, but having this little mini handheld tripod just makes the process a whole lot easier, and you can like tilt the camera down or have it straight up. So it just gives you that flexibility to get slightly more interesting and different shots. So that was the second purchase I made. And then we hit the summer and the world started opening up a little bit more again. So I continued to do some vlogs, but at that point I also started doing videos that were a little bit more sit-downy. They are much easier and quicker to film. So if I wanted to create content, they are a quicker way of doing so. And so I did some TikTok trends, for example. I curled my hair using a cord from a dressing gown, which actually worked really, really well. So I made a video about that. I had a blonde balayage hair and I went to copper, so I made a video about that. I've done how I do my messy bun. I started doing makeup routines. Anything really that I was doing or trying or that's interested me, I started to film and make into videos. Now this, I found, alleviated a lot of the pressure, because I love vlogging and that is still my favourite video to make and my favourite video to edit. But constantly vlogging, one, you need interesting content to actually vlog, and being a lockdown kind of quarantine situation, I was starting to run out of that. It was basically turning into what I was eating every single day. So I needed something new, I needed something fresh. So doing videos like that, which were just things that I am interested in, was a great place for me to start expanding my content. Now here's the thing, to be successful and big on YouTube, everyone emphasizes how you need a niche, and obviously I recognize that is really important, but I kind of figured lifestyle is a massive bracket, but that's kind of what my channel is, and I didn't want to change that, because at the end of the day, it's the videos that I enjoy making. And do you know what? If my channel never becomes big, if I never make money from it, okay, I'm making videos that I'm interested in. I wouldn't want to have a channel of videos that I didn't enjoy making or I didn't find interesting. The videos I make are literally just a reflection of what I do and who I am and what I'm interested in. So here in the UK, in kind of August, September time, everything was almost normal again. Things were functioning pretty normally. My work had gone back to normal hours and lots of things were open again. There was a lot more flexibility in what you could do, so naturally life became busier. So at this point I decided that I wanted to stick to one video a week, because I realized as well that the algorithm for YouTube, which, don't get me wrong, I do not know much about, but that is something that's very important, is consistency. So I decided, okay, one video a week, that is manageable, because I tell you what, working Monday to Friday and making videos is difficult. It is a challenge, and I still find it really, really, really challenging. So back then I thought one video is manageable, and I actually stuck to that. So kind of through autumn I was doing one video a week. Then November hit and we went back into lockdown again. So at that point I realized, okay, I've got a little bit more time at the weekend. You can't do anything anymore. So again, I changed things up a little bit and decided to go for 2 videos a week. And that is still what I'm currently doing. My current upload schedule is Friday at 6:15 and Sunday at 6:15. And that has been the case since November and will continue to be the case for the foreseeable future. I loved doing those 2 videos a week at that time because it's the lead up to Christmas, and even though we had restrictions, I felt like there was lots of things that you can create content on, anything Christmas themed, Christmas makeup, Christmas baking, because I have discovered a serious love for baking this past year, putting up Christmas decorations. There is so much that you can film to do with Christmas, and people are going to be interested in watching it, and I enjoy doing it because I flipping love Christmas. So at that point 2 videos a week was really good. It was hard work, and it meant some late nights, and it meant getting home from work and editing, and then the next day editing a bit more. And yeah, I had to definitely manage my time, but you know, it was doable. But then what started becoming tricky is obviously it became dark at night time. So I realized that if I was going to do 2 videos a week, that probably meant filming one in the evening after work when things are dark. And that means lighting is horrendous. Now, one thing that is so important for videos is lighting. The quality of your video encourages people to watch it for starters, and lighting is probably the most important factor of that. So that is when I made my 3rd purchase. So I then bought 2 panel lights, and I'm currently using them right now. They are rectangles, and I've got one here and I've got one here. You can adjust how warm they are, and you can adjust how bright it is. So that was my 3rd purchase to enable me to continue to make 2 videos a week. And to be honest with you, I now use them nearly all the time, and I even use them in videos that I did without lights before, because they just make the quality so much better. It just looks cleaner and neater and more professional, and I absolutely love it. So the lights cost, it was about £130, might have been 135, was no more than 140. And that came with 2 lights, 2 stands, and a really decent sized bag to carry them in, and 2 chargers as well. And they've been fantastic, had no problems with them, absolutely love them, they're great. And when the world is more open again, they are gonna be super easy to take about the place with me, because the bag it's really so concise. They pack down really small. That made a massive difference again. And now, here I am. It is March 2021. A year later, I have a camera, I have 2 lights, I have a little tripod, and I am uploading 2 videos a week. Now, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it, but oh my goodness, it is so hard. Firstly, we have basically been in some sort of lockdown essentially for a year, and it is becoming harder and harder and harder to think of content that, 1, I want to film and that I'm invested in, and 2, that other people might actually want to watch. It's become a real challenge, especially as Christmas is over. I mean, what is January and February? What is that? That was so difficult to think of things to film, and to be honest with you, I'm still having a really hard time with that. I have a note app on my phone, and whenever I think of anything, I always jot it down, and I've actually got a really long list of ideas, but sometimes I just scroll through them, and you've got to be motivated to actually film them. You've got to be invested in the video itself. So sometimes I'll just scroll through this list and just think, I don't want to film any of this. Like this is not interesting to me right now. So that is really difficult. And also my work is functioning as normal again, with full-time hours and creating 2 videos a week whilst working full-time. I mean, it's a lot of work, because 1, you've got to think of a video, 2, you've got to film it, which takes time. You've got to set everything up, sit down and film it and be happy with it. And 3, you've got to edit it. So to do that twice a week actually takes up a large amount of time, and to do that on top of working and just other general life responsibilities, yeah, it's a lot. And at the moment, I am finding it quite difficult, but I know that it's worth it, and I know that I just need to push through. I do enjoy the videos that I'm doing at the moment. I love baking, I love cooking, I love doing my makeup. Any video that I make is something that truly is a reflection of who I am. However, I really miss vlogging. And right now, there is nothing to vlog. And I've kind of realized as well, especially as I'm such a small channel right now, people aren't necessarily interested in watching me vlog. Like, the people don't know me, and I have not advertised my channel at all, because I mean, this is going to sound kind of ironic as I'm putting myself out there on the internet, but I kind of am a private person, and I must admit there's been times in the past where I've been uploading videos and thinking nothing of it. If someone subscribes or the views start going up, I have had these severe panic moments thinking, oh my goodness, should I do this? Maybe I should just completely stop doing it, upon the realization that someone's actually watching my videos. Which is just ridiculous, because obviously the purpose of putting them on YouTube is because you do want people to watch them, and I'd love to have an engaging channel and have followers that I can properly engage with and like a community. But I have had serious moments of panic where I've thought, I don't want to do this anymore, I can't do this anymore, why did I do this in the first place? And yeah, but you know what, you've got to take risks, and I know that this is a risk that I'm taking, but I'm enjoying it, and I just really think that it could pay off in the long run. It is a good step in the journey of not caring what people think of you, which is something that I think we all need to work on. I know that I need to work on that. When there are interesting things to vlog again, I will definitely be doing that. They have to have some substantial content, as much as I love just vlogging the day-to-day and what I'm eating, because food is very important to me. That's what the vlogs need to be for now. So, anyway, there we have it. My year on YouTube. The little journey I've been on. I've probably missed loads out, but I decided to not make any notes today, to literally just sit down and look at the camera and film. I wanted it to be more like a conversation, natural, a bit more real. So I didn't really prepare. And these were just the initial thoughts about my first year on YouTube. So there we go. If you made it this far, I'm very impressed. If you did, you better like and subscribe. And I guess I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.